Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing some kids refreshers Christmas style because y'all know I always have to do some refreshers for whatever holiday is around for the kiddies. So now I am going to start with my electric kettle here. If you guys do not have one, let me know and I can get you to my Amazon storefront so you can order yours. It will change your life. If you make these teas, you definitely need an electric kettle. And we are going to start with the Olaf flavor. So Olaf is going to have H3O in it. If you have never used H3O, it is basically the healthy Gatorade. It's very good for hydration. I love giving my kids these. When I was pregnant, I was religious on these, and I still use them now when I work out. So with this recipe, I'm going to use a 16-ounce cup, so I'm only using half of one of the packets. As you can see, the packets are fairly large and there's a lot of product in it. So with a 16-ounce cup, you only basically need half. So I have half of my H3O, and I am going to use the orange beverage enhancer. I use the Herbalife beverage enhancers that are sugar-free. Yes, you can use the ones in the stores. I know people use Gage Foods, and there's a lot of different things out there. I am a distributor, so of course I'm going to support my own business, and I'm going to use the Herbalife beverage enhancers. If you have a coach, get with your coach and they can definitely help you get those. If you still do not have a coach or need help getting them, let me know. Check the link to my link tree in the description of this video and I'll be able to assist you. So now I'm going to grab my mandarin aloe. You see my little Brooklyn back there? She wants to say hi. She's so cute. So I have my mandarin aloe and I'm going to use the tablespoon, which is the big side of the Herbalife measuring spoon. And I'm just going to add that right on in there with the beverage enhancer, the H3O, and now some aloe. So I'm going to have those products mixed. I'm not going to add any of the tea concentrate because you know that's going to give them energy. And now I'm just going to use my frother and make sure all the product is nice and broken up. These frothers that I use is also in my Amazon storefront. So check the link tree to this description and you'll be able to see everything that I use in my videos. So now I was just showing you the size. It is a 16th ounce cup and this is the base. So I'm just going to pour this into the bottom of the cup and then I'm going to fill my cup up with ice. And now that I have the cup filled with ice, I'm just going to add some cold water just to help with separation. The ice plays a very big part if you're trying to layer colors. So just remember to always fill your cup with ice when layering these loaded teas. So now in a separate cup, I'm adding my cold water. And this recipe calls for our whipped cream. So as you guys know, if you follow me, I love this sugar-free heavy whip that I found in Walmart. It's actually the Walmart brand as well, but I just seem to like it way more than the regular whipped cream. Even though whipped cream is not bad for you that bad, it's really not that bad. I really like the sugar-free heavy whip. So now I am going to use my Pina Colada Herbalife beverage enhancer, which is sugar-free, and I'm going to use the half a teaspoon side of my Herbalife measuring spoon. So again, these enhancers I'm going to be using throughout this entire video with all 4 flavors. If you need enhancers and you do not have a coach, check the link tree so that you can reach out to me through Instagram or Facebook or even YouTube, whatever is easier, email, whatever it is you use, I'm on it pretty much. So go ahead and reach out if you need help. But if you do have a coach, please ask your coach to assist you in ordering these beverage enhancers. So now I'm using my frother to go ahead and mix the pina colada and the whipped cream so that it's like a pina colada whip. So after I get all of this mixed very well together, I'm just going to pour it right on the top. And this is what we call the Olaf refresher for the kids during Christmas time. Olaf, because of the orange in the bottom for Olaf's nose, and then of course the pina colada and the whip for, snowman. So this is a house favorite here. My kids love this one, and it is called Olaf. I hope you guys try it. I hope you enjoy it. Let me know if your kids like it in the comments below. And then we are going to move on to the next kid refresher. So this next refresher is going to be called Rudolph. And of course, I'm going to start with my warm water. And like I said previous, my kettle is in my Amazon storefront. So go ahead and check the description to this video. I'm not going to say it over and over and annoy you guys. So now I'm going to grab my pomegranate tea. And I'm just going to use the half a teaspoon again of my Herbalife measuring spoon, and again this is the pomegranate flavor, and I put that in there with my warm water. And now I'm going to get my cherry Herbalife beverage enhancer, which is sugar free, and I'm going to use a half a teaspoon. So now I'm going to go a little faster with the rest of these instead of trying to explain each product like I did with the first one, because now you guys know if you need these sugar-free flavors, just to reach out. And as you guys know, I have my Amazon storefront if you would like to use any of the things that you see me using, which includes these little cute little spice jars that I have. That's also in my Amazon storefront. So now I'm adding my tropical fruit punch, and that is the half a teaspoon. And now I'm going to get my cranberry aloe. So I'm going to use the big side of my Herbalife measuring spoon, and I'm going to pour the aloe right in there because kids love the aloe. And now that we have all of these in the bottom, you see that big clunk of tea? That's when the frother comes in handy. And I'm just going to froth it up real quick, and it's going to get all the products minced together very well. So this is going to be the base of the Rudolph Kids Refresher. So I'm going to pour this into the bottom of my 16-ounce cup. For all the kids refreshers, I like to use a 16-ounce cup instead of, 32 or 24. I find that the 16 is perfect for the kids. So I'm going to grab some cold water, and I'm just going to go ahead and fill up the rest of the cup with just cold water. And I would normally top off Rudolph with a cherry, one of the candied cherries in the jar that you keep in the fridge, but I do not have that at home right now. So in place of that, I took one of these little Starburst things from my kids' Halloween candy, and what I'm going to do is just push in the corners of the Starburst to make it more of a circular shape. And then I'm just going to drop it right on the top for Rudolph's nose. So this is the Kids Refresher Rudolph. I hope y'all try it. Let me know in the comments if you do try it. Again, I would normally use a cherry, but since I don't have a cherry, I did replace it with a red Starburst. But I'm sure no kids are going to complain. So now I'm going to move on to our next flavor, which is the candy cane. And it's not a peppermint candy cane. It's one of those little, what's it called? Not fruity, but candy canes that they have now. So you see me using cotton candy so that it can mock more of a candy flavor. So that's the cotton candy sugar-free beverage enhancer from Herbalife, as well as the rainbow candy. Since they're both candy flavors, I'm just going to use 1 scoop of each, and that will be the base of this flavor. So I'm going to grab my aloe now, which is the cranberry again. I use a lot of cranberry during the holidays if you haven't noticed. So I'm going to put my tablespoon of aloe in here, as I usually do. And then we are going to mix these products up together with the frother. And y'all already know what to do if you need a frother. Go ahead and order that from my Amazon storefront. And now we're going to get our 16-ounce cup and just pour this right into the bottom of the cup, because this is going to be our base. So now I'm going to go ahead and fill it with ice, as you see. And in my separate cup, I am going to get blue raspberry. So when I get the blue raspberry, I'm not going to use a full scoop that you usually see me use. I'm going to use the opposite side of that scoop, which makes it only a half of that scoop. So if you guys didn't know, on the Herbalife measuring spoon, if you use the opposite side, that is a half of the portion. So as you can see, I'm grabbing my Herbalife spoon, and instead of this big side, I'm going to flip it over and use the half portion. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I already have 2 full scoops of flavors in the bottom, so I'm just going to do a half of blue raspberry for the top. Now, I know a lot of people like Blue Blast, but, just switching it up a little bit with this recipe. And I'm going to add my cold water to it, and we're going to mix it. And this will be the top of the candy cane. It does, after I made it, I was like, wow, this kind of looks like cotton candy. But it is a different recipe. And we're just going to go ahead and add the blue to the top here. And then we are going to add in one of the candied candy canes. Again, this is a kid's refresher, so they are most likely not on a weight loss plan. So if the parent agrees, if you're in a nutrition club, you can go ahead and ask them, is it okay if they have a candy cane with their drink? And you're going to go ahead and just stick this right in on the side. Now, my kids love to use it as a stirrer, because when you stir the drink with a candy cane, the candy cane will melt into the drink, and it gives off the flavor in it. So this one the kids love. So let me know, you guys, in the comments if you guys enjoy this recipe, or if you're going to try it or utilize it in your club. And then for the very last recipe, we have the hot tamale. My husband loves this one. They are kids refreshers, but the hot tamale is actually a really good one if you like cinnamon. So we're going to get our hot tamale Herbalife beverage enhancer flavor. Yes, Herbalife does provide this flavor, which is pretty awesome. And I'm going to use my Herbalife measuring spoon. Now I'm going to use a very hefty scoop, because there's only 2 flavors in this one, and the bottom one only has hot tamale. So I'm just going to use a hefty scoop of hot tamale, as you saw. And I'm going to grab my cranberry aloe again, and I'm going to put my tablespoon of that right on in there with the hot tamale flavor. And again, these are the kids refreshers, so I'm not adding any tea and I'm not adding any liftoff. But you can always make any of these into an adult loaded tea and throw in a pomegranate liftoff in this bad boy with some tea, and you have yourself a hot tamale tea. So I'm going to grab my 16-ounce cup and pour my base in there. And of course, I'm going to fill the cup with water, and then we are going to work on the top layer. So I'm going to get my cold water, and I'm just going to go ahead and pour that right on top, and then a little bit in there, and grab my mango beverage enhancer. And you'd be surprised, but this hot tamale with mango is amazing. I'm going to get 1 scoop of the mango and put it right in there on the cold water. Mix that up and pour it right on top of the hot tamale. And then, just like with the candy cane, make sure it's okay with the parent, or if you're making it for your kids, if you want them to have the candy, go ahead and go to any Walmart, Target, 5 and Below, anywhere like that you can find these hot tamale candy canes. So if you like cinnamon or hot tamales, the hot tamale candy canes are amazing. So you're going to go ahead and just open up the candy cane, just like we did with the previous refresher. And you can use this as a mixer as well. So as you have this in your drink, the candy is going to melt into your drink. So if you get your drink and you just drink it real fast, just eat the candy afterwards. But if you are a sipper, then you can use this as a stir, and it's going to melt into your tea, or I'm sorry, your refresher, and you're going to have a very hot tamale refresher. So I hope you guys try it. I hope you enjoy it. And let me know in the comments below if you guys like these kids refreshers and if you want to see more. Also, thank you guys so much for your support, for liking, commenting, and subscribing. Please share with your Herbalife family. Let's grow the page. I'll see you guys on the next video.